Alright, as you can see from the pictures up at the beginning of the video, what we're making here is a homemade camera slider. Now this would work with your video camcorder, the small handheld ones, or a camera of any kind, whatever you want to use it for. And this makes it a great thing so that you can point down directly at your work that you're painting, or your crafts that you're doing, or anything that you want to get a direct camera on. That way, like when I do videos, I was doing them over my shoulder, and it makes it really tough when people are trying to see all the detail. So, let's go. I got a little list here of what you're going to need. So you take a little trip to the hardware store, and probably won't cost more than about 10 bucks or so to make this slider. Made it pretty inexpensively. So first thing you'll want to get is a piece of 1/2 inch PVC pipe. Most hardware stores have it 10 feet long, but you're going to need 2 pieces of 1/2 inch PVC pipe for the sides. Now you can make these whatever length you want to, but I made these 2 feet tall, because that way I could zoom in and zoom out and have a normal view of what I'm looking at. The one in the middle that goes across the top, you can also make it a little bit longer if you want to. I made mine 18 inches. And the reason I made mine 18 inches is because the baseboard I use for this to go around is 18 by 24. Let me show you that real quick. We'll take a quick spin around the studio here, and you'll see it right here. So that right there is a piece of cardboard I got from the dollar store also. It's 44 wide by 36 high, I believe, or 33 high. I just refolded it on the seams here to make it wider to accommodate the 2x4s. And you'll see down here I have a piece of MDF board, which is right here, right there, 1/2 inch thick. Now you can use a thinner one if you want to, but I use a 1/2 inch. It likes to paint on that size. So it's 24 wide, 18 inches deep. That's why the 2x4s are 18 inches long. So that fits a 16 by 20 picture, which is what size that canvas is right there. But you can still put an 18 by 24 canvas there also. And of course smaller ones. So that's how I'm planning this out to be, to use the most common sizes that I use. So we'll go back over here and we'll see what we got to get. So we've got the PVC, and now you're going to need to get some 1/2 inch PVC conduit elbows. Okay, you could probably use regular PVC elbows, but I like the roundness of these a lot better. It actually makes it a little bit taller also. And you're also going to need, make sure those are conduit, by the way. You can't get those in the regular PVC. 1/2 inch couplings, you're going to need 4 of them. And you can use the white ones. I just grabbed the conduit ones because they were handy. They're also PVC. And you'll need to look online for a, you may have one already with your camera set up. But this is for a pipe. Okay? It screws onto the pipe, upside down, wherever you want it to be. And this part here can move back and forth right here. You can adjust it wherever you want it to be, so you can move your camera. And you'll see that once I get it all put together and set up. The other thing you're going to need is some black paint. Now I've used gloss black. If you want it to be white or gray or blue, red, doesn't matter what color it is, you just paint this whole thing or whatever size or whatever colors you want it to be. Also, if you want to glue everything together, you're going to need some glue. Clear PVC glue. That's all you'll need. I will probably not glue mine together because I like the fact that I can take it apart, put it away, and just get it out of the way if I don't want to use it. That right there is a PVC pipe cutter. I just happen to have one. Makes a really nice square cut on the PVC. One there. Now, if I can see it, right there. Or you could just use a good old hacksaw. You're going to make sure you want to use some sandpaper, either some emery cloth, which is what I used, or some, I believe that's 220 sandpaper. Because you're going to want to sand all of these ends, both sides, top and bottom. And you're going to want to sand the inside of your couplings. And that's especially if you're going to glue them. Even if you don't, because it makes them fit a whole lot easier. Because sometimes they're a bit snug. You can also wet them a little bit if you need to fit them on a little bit better, if you're not going to glue them. Now, you're also going to need a 3/4 inch paddle bit for wood drill. And you're going to need to drill a hole dead center of your 2x4, both ways. Put a mark there, across, whatever. Drill down through. Probably, like I had to do, the 1/2 inch is not quite big enough. Probably going to have to ream it out with a round file or something like that. That's probably the hardest part of the whole job, scraping that out. So you got to ream that out so it'll fit, but you want it to fit nice and snug. So it'll be fine the way it is. You don't have to worry about gluing it or anything like that. You also will probably want to get a square and make sure your pipe is standing up straight. And that's what you want to do. Okay? So, I will go ahead. I'm going to paint everything. And we're going to put it all together. And then we'll be back so you can see what the end result is going to be. See you in a few. Alright, so you can see we got everything all painted up real pretty, nice and black. Now we're going to wait for everything to dry. You see it's just a nice gloss black, nothing all that fancy. But it's definitely going to suit our purposes here. And as soon as everything's dry, we will get it all put together. We'll see you then. So, there it is. All nice and black. We'll get it all put together real soon. Alright, we'll be back soon. Alright, as you can see, I got the slider all built and painted up, ready to go. I've adjusted my backdrop a little bit here. I got some lights on it and whatnot. And of course, I'll put more lights on it when I'm ready to actually film something. But this is just to give you an idea of what it looks like. And as you can see, it turned out really nice. And right here, as you can see, I put the bracket up here for my cell phone. And there's many different options you can put on this rack right here. You know, you can get more of these pipe clamps, like all kinds of different ones that are pretty inexpensive, around anywhere from $7 or $8 to $15 or so. But you can get some. Well, you can put on there and put other cameras. You can put lights up there. I got these little LED lights right here. They're pretty inexpensive, like $20, and those would screw right onto those pipe clamps. So you can put them either from on the side, or adjust them up on the side, or bring them down from the top, or wherever you want to. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I kept it as short as I could so you could see everything in a relatively short amount of time. And there you go. A really nice rack you can use for a studio or whatever you want to use it for arts and craft, painting. Perfect for painting. That's what I intend to use from now on, probably. So you get a lot better painting directly down so people can see mainly just what I'm doing. Anyway, have a good day. Please subscribe, like, share, and don't forget I have a Patreon channel for $1 a month, and I definitely appreciate everyone and anyone that joins that. It certainly helps the channel. That's what helps buy all this stuff and keeps the channel going. So have a good day, and until next time. This goes in my how-to series. and look at the other ones we have there, and hopefully you'll find more useful information. Bye-bye now.